So, what's everyone up to today? We all having a good day? Give me one sec. Just going to share my live out to my agency. There we go. How is everyone doing today? We all having a good day, good time, good everything? I hope that we are. Just give me one sec. Let me just change back over to my other account. Yes, I've got multiple accounts. Hello, miss. How are you, boo? How is Yao? Thank you for the heart, me. Hello, spiritually cursed. How are you? Where's my other account? There it is. So, remember, we are live on around about 6 different channels. Hello, Den. How are you, my darling? Or 6 different social medias, I should say. So, if I do not answer straight away, I am sorry. I will answer as quick as possible. I will try to. And it is paid live today. I don't know why I still have that one there. There we go. I'm very good, thank you, my darling. I'm very good. We're on now for paid reads. I just forgot to change. I just forgot to change the thingamabobby. Will you be financially stable enough this month, please? Let's have a look. Let's see. I feel that you will, my darling, yes. CCC. Hello, F-word. How are you, boo? Haven't seen you in ages. Did you make the right decision leaving your previous job? Let's have a look. You did. You got new beginnings coming. Will your work contact... let's try again. Will your work contract get extended on 30th of the 11th? Thank you for the donuts. Thank you for the heart, me. I feel that it will, my darling, yes. Yes, you're very welcome, my sweetie. Hello, Anya. How are you, my darling? How are you? Ah, if you're on my kick and you're promoting on buying views, bugger off. I ain't buying no views. I never have and never will. How much more Southern sounding can I get? Hello, Zoe. You're very welcome, my darling. How much more Southern sounding can one get? Probably quite a lot, actually. You know when you're trying to add a live to your story, but you can't? Yeah. What's my live schedule for this week? Paid till Sunday now. Is the house a good move, please? Let's see. Is the house a good move? Yes. It literally says yes, you won't find a better time than now. Okay. Will the Pisces reach out to you? Let's see. Yes, they will, my darling, but you need to protect yourself, okay, boo? So they will reach out, but protect your energy. Thank you, Surani. I will be with you in 1 second. Let me just have a quick warm-up, okay, boo? Let me warm up quickly. Let me warm up with some yes or no's. Will your education tutors give out to you tomorrow? Let's see. What do you mean by give out? What do you mean by give out? What do you mean? While I wait for that, is Yasmin going to commit to you? I feel if you trust yourself, yes, my darling. The card literally says trust your instinct. This is a yes or no offer, by the way. I emailed about a missed presentation, and I'm like, oh. They said they wanted to talk to me. Okay, but what does give out mean? So what do you mean by give out? Like give you another chance? Say no? What do you mean? That's all right, Chloe, my darling. Should you go out with M? Let's see. Should you go out with M? Let's see. Yeah, I say yes, my darling. Like be cross and toe to drop the degree. Oh, okay. So what I would say here is yes, they will give out, but I feel like they give you a choice. Okay, they're offered to let you drop it, or they let you carry on, but they're gonna more leave it up to you. But they're gonna recommend dropping it. Okay, they let you make the choice ultimately, but they will give you the option to drop out. So it's more like up to you in a way. Is the best way I can describe it. Are you going to get approved for your visa application? No. No. I feel like that's just because you're not like, no, not this time. I feel like you have to try again, like fight for it. Hello, Divisha. But I feel like you're going to have to fight for it, my darling. I don't feel like you will right now. But I feel if you fight their answer, then you will. Okay. So it's going to be an unknown fair at first, but the moment you fight for it, then they'll let you have it, okay? You basically just got to prove to them. Okay, boo? Now, Surani, would you like to read a number? Insta, thank you. Hello, Reza, you better be on tonight. Remember, I go in a bath at 8. So if you want to play, you have to be before 8. I'm an old man. I enjoy watching Red Reba. Okay. I like to watch Reba in the bath. Just saying. Is there a list going on? Yes, there is, my darling. There is a paid list, so if you would like to join it, it is open. Link in the bio, description, or wherever it is, depending on what app you use. Because I've got 6 different apps, so there's 6 different places it could be. To put it simply. Okay. Just put it simply. So, you would like that energy towards you, along with future moves, please. So when you say future moves, do you mean where you're going to move to, or do you mean like moves as in like the moves that they're going to pull on you? Hello, Caitlin. How are you, boo? Like in what way? His future actions towards you. We can do that. Oh, what do I want to use for you? Do da, do da. Thank you, Davisha. I do freebie lives every Monday. Chloe, you're not filtered, my darling. I do freebie lives every Monday. So, if you can't get one on the paid, that's fine. We do free. So, let's have a look at the energy, future moves, what they're going to be doing, sort of thing. Let's see. Let's see. So straight off the bat, I feel like they're looking towards you, my darling. What I would say is they're slightly held back. Hello, RJ. How are you, boo? Okay. I feel like they want to show their true feelings, but I feel like they're acting younger than you are. Okay, so they're almost being a little bit more childish. Would you say so? Would you feel like they've been a little bit more childish towards you? Because we've got the childish side. Okay. Hello, chumps. How are you, boo? Thank you for the flames, my darling. Okay, we have like the more childish sides here. Okay. Thank you for the recommendation, my darling. Because I feel like they have the love. I feel like they want the love with you. And I feel like they're looking to go forwards with you, my darling. But at the same time, I feel like they're still acting like a child with you. And I feel like there just isn't the balance at the moment. Okay. Thank you for the shares. Okay. So I feel like we need to try and get the balance back. That's the first thing. Okay. Justice card, balance, all that sort of good stuff. Okay. Thank you for the heart, me. I feel like this is where the struggle is. What I would say is you're putting in more effort than they are. Eight of Wands is your crossroads. So yeah, we're putting in more effort than like they are. Okay. So what we need to do is get it the other way around where they're putting the same amount of effort in as you are. Okay. And I feel like that's where the struggle is. By the way, if you wonder what tarot I'm using, it's the Tarot Lenormand. We've also got the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, it's all about putting in the correct energy, putting in the correct way and vibe. I feel like you're struggling to put in the correct energy because you're not looking at the correct timings. I feel like you're both working on a different time scale to each other. Okay. So he's working slower, you're working faster, hence why you're putting more energy in, and hence why he's putting less energy in. Okay. This could be where the main struggle is right now between the both of you. And I feel like he is going to correct this. I feel like you need to give him a good old kick up the arse. Okay. That's all right, RJ. I feel like he will find his balance, but you got to give him that good old kick up the arse, my darling. The good old-fashioned kick up the old rump. Okay. And I feel only by then he'll be able to move in the correct direction at the correct speed. Okay. Do you see what I mean? We've also got the Six of Swords next to the Wheel of Fortune, so I feel like this is going to be a bit of a cycle. Thank you for the lovely gifts. So we are going to go round and round in a cycle for a little bit. I don't think that's going to be for long, though. With the Two of Pentacles, I see good health between the both of you. Good mental health. With the Tower, I do see a rejig of the relationship. So there is going to be the rejig between the both of you, okay, babe? Does he intend to break the no contact? Yes. I would say he does with the Ace of Wands, my darling. So yes, I would say yes. Okay. I would say that he does intend on doing that. What I would also say here, though, is I feel like it's his passionate side that's faltering. Do you feel we'll talk soon? I feel like you will, but I feel like maybe if you reach out first, I feel like that would be better than waiting for him to. Otherwise, it's like waiting for blood to come out of a stone. Like, have you tried reaching out at all recently? Have you looked at reaching out at all? Or are you just leaving it up to him? It was like 5 weeks ago. So what I would say here is maybe try reaching out so he knows that you're still there. Okay, because I feel like if you're waiting on him 90% of the time, then it's going to be a long time. So if you almost give it a nudge, I don't care how you give it a nudge, but if you give it a nudge, I feel like that's going to help you out a lot more. Okay. So yeah, maybe a nudge might be a good thing. Well, you do have the devil, so temptation. Two of Swords is the anchor. So yeah, almost try and tempt him back. Okay. You want to see him before December, arrange to meet up. If you want to see him before December, arrange to meet up. Okay, be there like, let's meet up, let's talk, let's figure this out. Okay, don't sit back. Okay, boob, is the moment you sit back and leave it all up to him, that's when it all falters, that's when it all falls. Okay, so I feel like if you do the first arrangement, like say we want to talk this out, let's talk this out, I feel like that'll make it much better, much easier. Okay. Will he this time? Let's see. I feel like he will this time, my darling, yes. I would say this time he will, my darling, yes. Okay, boo? Does that all make sense? Thank you for whoever just claimed the 3 cards. Does that make sense, boo? Hello, Angel, how are you, boo? Thank you for the heart, me. Well, I'm glad it made sense. I'm good, thank you. Outlook, but go off. Mio un momento. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I was just using the Tarot Lenormand. I think it's more like the Tarot Sibylla than a Tarot Lenormand. Because you got more Sibylla cards in than you do Lenormand. Then again, Sibylla is the Italian tarot, so I don't know. Not the Italian tarot. Sibylla is the Italian Lenormand. It is. What's the date today? 6th. PayPal, thank you. I'll have a look. Remember, guys, keep the lights going up. Let's keep tapping. I swear to God, if more money has come out of my account. Ah, that's my Iceland. Okay. Diddly. One sec, my darlings. Wrong account. Oh, I'm loving this. Can't find my account. There we go. Do I have Alex for 5? Thanks for the heart, me. Do I have Alex for 5? Hello, Alex. What would you like your reading on, my darling? Will A and D talk about you tomorrow at the work night out? Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Zach. No, I don't feel like they will, my darling. No. How am I doing? I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing? And will it be positive? So they're not going to talk about you, so no, it's not going to be positive because they're not talking about you. Okay. Hello, user. What's your other question, Alex? You still got 2 left. No, I don't feel like she is. I feel like she was going to, but I feel like she's changed her mind because she'd rather you were there to talk about you than talk about you behind your back. Good, thank you. Like, I feel like she'd rather you, like, she had you there. Because she'd rather have you there, my darling. She wants you to actually see the conversation, see it happening. Okay. She's one of those people, how do I put it politely? That don't like to bullshit behind people's backs. If she's going to say something, she's going to say it when they're there. Even if they want her to do it behind their back, she's still going to do it there. Like, with that person present. Because she would literally rather have it done while you're there and you know what she's saying rather than talking there without you there. So if something goes wrong, you've witnessed it and you know it's not her fault. Do you see what I mean? So in a way, it's actually her being a lot more positive towards you. Hello, Alicia. So it's her actually being like nice, positive, helpful, sweet, kind. I can't think of any other words. I'm not a positive person. I'm very negative towards other people. So trying to think of a positive word to describe somebody is so hard. I don't like the human race, okay? Will she ever say a thing that you asked her to? I feel like she will, my darling, yes. Yeah, she will. Yeah. Okay, but I feel like she wants you to be there. Like I said, she wants you to be there, okay? How many on list two? Okay, I feel like she does want you to be there, my darling. Okay. Do you want like an energy check or do you want a third yes or no? And that'll be it. What would you like? Literally, that's not in the Lenormand. That's in a Sibylla deck, that picture. Why they've called this Tarot Lenormand, I don't know. It should be called Tarot Sibylla. 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 Lenormand and Sibylla. Sibylla. Lenormand and Sibylla. Lenormand. Sibylla. 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 I think y'all are getting the gist now that this deck has been named wrong. Sibylla. Saying. When will Dan finally make one? What do you mean finally make what, my darling? Oh, Alicia, will be done before 6, my darling, because I've got a private reading to do. Make a move. Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec. I've just done my deck wrong. I think I might make a video on this deck. Like, I like it, don't get me wrong. I'm just pissed off that they've named it wrong. Because it's more Sibylla than it is Tarot. No, more Sibylla than it is Lenormand. And that's what's annoying me. Because it's called the Lenormand Tarot, but it's more Sibylla. Thank you for the follow. So, will Dan make a move? Okay, that is definitely Lenormand. I'll give it that. I feel like he'll make a move within the next 10 days. Okay, my darling, yeah, we're looking around about the next 10 days, okay, sweetie? Yeah, 8 to 10 days. Okay. Hello, Claire, how are you doing? Does that all make sense, my darling? You're very welcome, my darling. You're very welcome. Right, give me 1 second. I said sure to your question where you asked if you could give me some tips. I said sure. I love people that offer to give you a tip on something you've not asked them to, and then they play dumb. Aren't you? So, Ali. But no, guys, if you're going to get the tarot Lenormand, ignore it where it says Lenormand because it's Lenormand and Sibylla. It's not just Lenormand. Because Sibylla is the Italian Lenormand. And that's what's annoyed me. Because I'm just there like, this is this is like Sibylla, not just Lenormand. If I miss your questions, pop them down again. What can I say, Brad? What can I say? I don't know what the hell spectrum is, but it's put a different word in my head. Do I have Angel for 3 cards? I just choked myself from what I just. You don't need to book a question for. You don't need to book a reading if it's just a yes or no, my darling, but you can if you would like more of an answer than just a yes or a no. It's up to you. Hello, Angel. What would you like your 3 cards on, my darling? You can have 3 different questions, 3 yes or no questions with more information, or you can just have 1 question for the whole 3 cards. Okay? You're not filtered, Chloe. I'm just doing a paid at the moment. Once I finish the paid, then I can, okay? Ollie caught 4 speeders today. Sweet. Was one of them you, Ollie? Just saying. 1 question? What's 1 question, my darling? Highest 44? That's nothing. That's nothing. How does Q feel currently after the statement he said to you this morning? Let's see. Was it a good statement or bad? In a 30, they're only going 14 miles an hour over. It's fine. I'm pissing about it's Ollie. He's caught 4 speeders today. But the joke is he's the one that speeds the most. So I'm just saying, compared to him, they're only going 14 miles an hour over, which is nothing compared to him, who does like an 80 or 90 and a 70. Whoops, did I say too much? Not the nicest. That's right, my darling. Let's have a look. What was your question again? How does Q feel currently after the statement he said earlier to this one? Let's see. Actually, screw it. Let's use my other deck. We're going to use my Oracle for this. We're using the Hidden Truth Oracle. Can you be added? Of course you can. You'll be next, babe. If anyone pays on Ko-fi, can you let me know in chat? Because I don't get notified for that. Hello, Melissa. Thank you for the heart me. I feel like he's replaying the conversation over in his head, and I feel like there's a lot of deep regret. It's almost like he knew what he was saying, he knew what he was doing, but he went through with it anyway. And I feel like he regrets going through with it. Okay? I feel like this is going to keep him awake okay, for quite a while. I feel like he is going to be replaying this over in his head for quite a while. And I do feel like he is going to struggle to actually sleep after that. Okay. I feel like there will be an apology soon, my darling. I do feel like it will be in the next about 3.5 to about 4 days. And I feel like he's going to be very apologetic. I feel that he's going to re-say the statement and go, "This is what I'm apologizing for," and then put the apology underneath it. So when you re-see the statement, don't see it as a negative. That's just him reiterating it so you know what he's apologizing for. Okay, my darling? And I feel like he's going to make it very clear, and I do feel like he's going to make it up to you. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of apologizing from him. Okay, my darling, I do really feel like he's going to make sure that you understand that he is extremely sorry. Okay, boo? Does that make sense? By the way, guys, you can only get this deck off of Etsy. So if it's on like Amazon or anything else, that's not the real deck. Thank you for the "You Are Awesomes." You're very welcome, Angel. And it's a really good deck. They also have another one, but you have to live in America to get it. You have to live in America to get the other version of it, the second version. And they're like, um, you got the time one, sweet. Oh, yours is the tin version. That's not the real one. So you can only get it off Amazon, but any version, whether it's in a tin or whether it's in a box, unless it's off Etsy, it's not real because they only sell it on Etsy. I mean, I need to get the tin version so I can like take them away on holiday. I don't care if it's the fake. I mean, for God's sake, I've already paid them 80 something quid for these, so I'm sure they won't mind me getting a fake version as well to take away with me. Ugh, and it's 80 quid I've already spent on them. Just saying. They're pricey, but they're worth it. They are really good. Like, really good. So, Alicia, you want a general? Is that correct, Boo? A general? Brilliant. Let me just write this person down and I'll be right with you, Boo. Your cards were 10 euros. Oh, nice. No, I'm awful. I will only buy if someone wants to buy me a deck, if they buy me off Temu, I'll have it. I don't mind. Okay, but understandably, I know cards are expensive, so you can only afford the Temu versions or the fake versions. That's fine by me. I don't care. Because I can afford the real version, I will always go and buy the real version personally, or I'll buy the person the real version if I'm going to buy it as a gift. But if someone wants to buy me a deck and they can only afford the copied version, I'll still use them. Because at the end of the day, it's a deck, it's a pack of cards, I couldn't care less. I just like paying the full amount. I'm awful like that. You need this reading update, I know, Boo. Shall we go with Oracle for you, Boo? Shall we use Oracle for you? Yeah? Well, let's find an Oracle I can use for you. Well, they were from a tarot shop in Dublin where I live, and the big version was 70 euros. I got the sale. Nice. What deck was it? Send it me on Instagram. What deck was it, babe? I have so many decks, I've lost one of them in here. Guys, never get the amount of decks I've got. So, for me, so y'all know me. Hello, Luna Knight. Y'all know me. So, I got this version, which is the fake. They were selling it in a tarot shop, but you couldn't get the real version anywhere. So this version is now out of print. I managed to buy the real version when I went to Salem. They had it in Salem. So I bought the real version in Salem, I did. Who's ringing me? Let's screen. So I bought the real version, I did. Which was amazing. And then when I first started with Oracle, I wanted this deck so badly, I didn't realise it was the fake. Hello, Donna. So I got the Love Oracle cards. These are like the fake ones. I didn't realise that these were fake. Hello, Lucy. And then when I saw the real ones, I literally went and bought the real ones. Hello, Queen. Not those. I picked up the wrong decks. They all look the same. I literally went and bought the real ones. My list isn't long, my darling. It's just Alicia right now. And then my friend bought me these off Temu. These, because I really loved them, and her mum had, well, my ex-friend bought me these. And I loved her mum's version so much, she bought me the fakes off Temu. And then, because I loved it so much, I went on to eBay. This is how sad I am. I went onto eBay and I went and bought myself the real one. I did. That's how sad I am. Love my nails, thank you. You got the Tarot 1909. Why was the big version 70 euros? Shouldn't be 70 euros. When I was in Salem, it was only, what, $50 for like the massive one? It's like $50, which is about £45, which I think is like, what, 45 euros, if I'm correct, roughly. The mini is like £10, which is about 10-15 euros. And then the actual version, like the big version, that's about 19. That was about £19, £10. Like, what? Why are you paying? How the hell did you know it was from Karma Shack? Wow, Jesus. But yeah, but no, why are you paying €29? You're being scammed. Oh, hello, Emily. How are you, boo? How are you? Like, you shouldn't be paying like $70. I mean, €70 for like the big version of that. Literally, it is about $50, which is about £45, €45. Gentle Monster. Yes, can we focus on the communication of spirits, my darling? 29 for the mini. No. You got scam, boo. You got student discount bullshit. Thank you, Queen. I've bought 300 and 328 decks now. You paid €50 for Lightseers, you're being scammed. Lightseer is about 17 quid off Amazon. Literally. I should know, I've recently just rebought it. And when I got it in a shop, I paid about, what, £20? 25? If you're paying €50 for Lightseers, you've just been scammed. Did you get the book with it? Like the massive one? I'm good, thank you, Gentle Monster. If you didn't get the book with it, which is about €12 on the side, you're being scammed. It's the only tarot shop I know of where I live. Use Amazon. It's a city centre, shouldn't be overpriced now. Still shouldn't be that much. Even in a city centre, it still shouldn't be €70. I mean, I was in Salem, for God's sake, which is like the birthplace of tarot shops when it comes to the modern shit. And even they weren't selling decks for like 70 quid. You've been scammed, boo. You could literally go on Amazon and got the 1909 for literally, I'm not even joking, €17. Like the big version. And like the really big version, you could probably get that on there for probably about €50. Like that version, €50. That version is about 17, 19. Like you've literally just been, if you've just paid €29 for that, you've been scam, love. Even the shop in the city next to me, even they don't charge that much. Which is the Karma Shack one, even they don't charge that much. They're a really good price. I mean, I bought a crystal ball from there, and I was expecting to pay, what, £100, £200 for it? It was cheap as chips. For a crystal ball the size that it is, that was a really good price. You're watching YouTube? Okay, Queen, sorry, boo. I paid just over a tenner, lol, but they're 29 in the shop. Yeah, they shouldn't be 29 in the shop. If you're paying a tenner on Amazon, they should probably be at least 15 in a shop. They're normally around about £5 more, £5-10 more. They're not normally 19. They're not normally 19. Hello, Rainforest. Like, from someone that buys decks as a hobby, you've been scammed, love. But I bought both of mine from Karma Shack, and they were literally both the price of Amazon. Literally. I feel sorry for you. I think the only deck that's ever cost me like £100 was the one I got off Etsy. And that's because it's from the creator that actually made it. Wait, did you say you got like a student discount on them? So if you got a student discount, how much would that have costed you if you didn't have the student discount? So was that in the shop? Yeah, in the shop. I wouldn't use that shop again. That sounds quite scammy. Send me a picture of your boxing cards and I'll let you know if they're the real ones. Your comments aren't filtered, my darling. I'm just doing Alicia's reading but talking cards at the same time. So, Alicia, are you still here, boo? Let me do your reading before I talk any more cards. Hello, boo. But don't get me wrong, if you buy the fake versions of the decks, that's completely fine. But still pay the correct price because you're not buying the real thing. Like, for example, Temu, you can buy a deck for like £2. You know it's not the real deck because it's £2. But like, €70? Jesus. Alright, let's start your reading, boo. Right, you got new friends coming your way, my darling, and I feel like they're going to be very loyal towards you. What I'd also say here is I feel like your money's going up, but I feel like you need trusting yourself, my darling. I feel like you just don't have the trust that is necessary within oneself. I feel like you're holding yourself back. Okay. What I would also say here as well, my sweet, is I feel like you need to almost bring yourself forwards. Okay. Like, I feel like you're going to get the job very soon. I feel like you are getting that job soon that you really, 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 really want. But I feel like you need to trust in yourself a little bit more, my darling. Okay. It's almost like you need to bring that protection back. You don't have the protection that is required. I would say you are quite mystical. You do have the gift. Okay. So I would say you do have the gift, my darling, but you need to have your patience. I mean, for God's sake, you're trying to go in for the kill. You're trying to get your food, your dinner, but then you're spending it on other shit that isn't necessary. Okay. Like, you need to see your strength, but you need to stop spending money on shit you don't need. Okay, but you're moaning that you're almost having to, like, spend money on the bills and stuff, and you're almost not having enough. No wonder you're not having enough if you keep buying new things when not needed. Okay. Take a photo, look on Amazon, put it in Amazon wishlist, and buy it another time. Okay, buy it another time. You don't need it there and then. Okay. Because I feel like you will find your true love soon, but you need to find your true love for yourself first, which is what you're not doing. Once you do that, you will be fine, but you have to understand oneself to understand where one is going. Okay, but that's what you're not doing, is you're not understanding. Okay. If it's the Xmas shopping, that's different. Still stay in budget so you don't, like, go bankrupt, but at the same time, still enjoy yourself. Okay. So you have to go forwards, but you have to be smart about it, okay? You have to be your authentic self. Okay, protect yourself, be an authentic self. I would say you're an old soul, my darling. You're very protective and old soul. Okay. You will find someone to love you. You've just got to stop begging for it. Okay. Stop looking for it. Let it just happen. Okay, you'll find that person that loves you when it's the right time and they will come through. Okay, but you've got to stop, like, trying to get something that's not there. Okay, because the moment you stop trying to get something that's not there, it's the moment you succeed. It's the moment it comes in. Why do you think I've stopped looking for love? My life has been so much more easier now I've stopped looking for love. Literally. When it happens, it happens. Okay, and that's what you got to realise, is you just got to let it happen. Okay. You've just got to let it happen, babe. And it will. Okay, and you've got to report the people that need reporting. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Thank you for the roses. Okay, and you need to show the true colours. Okay, because you will find your partnership, but you need to protect yourself. Instead of keeping it a secret, you need to report certain things. Okay, my darling. You need to allow the fire inside of you to burn. Okay, for people to see the true you. Okay, my darling, don't hide from it. Don't hide with it. Follow through and go through. Okay, and you will be fine. Okay, boo? Does that make sense? I feel like I went into more of a tough love situation there than anything else. You're very welcome. I think the next deck I want is off Amazon. Like, there's so many. There's a tower deck that I want off whatever it's called, off eBay, because you can't get it anymore. And I really want it. Literally. Like, it's from Doreen Virtue. Anyone heard of Doreen Virtue? The one that went Christian and stopped making tower decks and everything? I want all of her decks. Even the Jesus one. I literally want all of her decks. So yeah. Have you checked Vinted? I don't trust it. I'm eBay all the way. I'm eBay all the way. I am. Thanks for the roses. I don't trust Vinted. And plus, they never have the decks I want. I've looked on there before. They never have it. It's either like from a different country, it's either in Birmingham. I'm just there like, for fuck's sake. Does no one near me have it? I mean, I'm still looking on eBay for the bloody deck that I want from America. When I went to Salem, they didn't have it. I was like, no. You know the deck that I want from America? Who can remember the name of it? Because I can't. Mine's gone blank now. Hey ho. So this is for Queen. Queen, you're being done at 51. You've seen someone Amazon with jars of crystal. Nice. But no, what's this deck? It's like the Celestial deck or whatever it was. It's the one that you could only get on in America. It was. It looks a bit trippy, yeah. That's when to look for your reading, Boo, okay? So, Queen, this is for you, Boo. I know you're not here, but you said you'll watch it on YouTube afterwards. So, this is for you. No, I literally have no idea what the deck's called. My mind's gone completely blank. So, oh, Jesus Christ, I can see why you said read that in your head. Okay. Okay. We can do that. I can definitely say for sure I wasn't expecting that. Sure. Let's have a look. Let's see what you get, Queen. So, Queen. I feel like there's about to be literally the sex night coming towards you. Okay, my darling, I do feel like that you are about to have that wonderful time that you want. I feel like you are going towards that. What I would also say here is I feel like it is going to be a committed relationship as well. I think it is definitely going to come in there. What I would say here is I feel like he finds you very charismatic, and I feel like he is going to apologize to you. Think for the heart of me for the way that he's been treating. I feel like he is going to stay true. I feel like he is going to come forward. Okay, so I do feel like he is actually going to come over to you when you ask him to. Okay, and I feel like he is actually going to come forwards. What I would also say here as well is I feel like he is going to come bearing gift. And I feel like it is going to happen behind closed doors. I do feel like this will be the best one that you've ever had. So you're going to feel like you're almost dreaming. Okay, my darling, you're going to feel like this isn't true. Okay, but it is. Okay, babe. What I would also say here as well is I feel like it's going to bring you the joy that you want. It's going to bring you the satisfaction that you want. It's just going to be a little bit confusing at first. Okay, you are going to be there like, whoa, what's going on? Okay. but I do feel like it's going to be worth it. I just feel like you're going to feel it like you've never felt it before. You're going to have those thoughts like you've never had before, and I feel like you're going to be wanting more. I feel like you'll go for about 3 or 4 rounds. Okay, I feel like you'll go for about 3 or 4 rounds, my darling. I don't think it's just going to be 1 round. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like 3 or 4. Okay, so we do have that joy as well. What I would also say here is I feel like he's really regretting the way that he has treated you, though. I feel like you guys are heading in the right direction now. Thank you for the heart, me. Okay, so we do have that positivity here, that you guys are heading in the right direction. What I would also say here as well is I feel like there is a massive path of choice that you got to choose and take. And I feel like this is where it could be the hardest situation, though. Okay. This is where you might struggle to make the right choices. Okay, but you got to choose, do you want to take him, risk it, or do you not, and just stay friends with benefits? I feel like that's where the hard choice is going to come in. I feel like you'll risk it, and I feel like you'll take him. I feel like he'll do the same. Hello, Neil. Neely. Okay, so I feel like you guys will both risk it. I feel like you guys will both take it. I feel like you guys will both go through with it. I feel like it is definitely going to be worth it. What I would also say here is I feel like you are going to thoroughly enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're going to thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, there's going to be a lot of bedtime. Okay. I feel like you've been wanting this part of the relationship for quite a while as well. I feel like you've been going into this relationship for quite a while. I feel like he's ready for commitment. Okay, I really do feel like he is ready for commitment. So I do feel like he is going for the commitment. I feel like he's going forwards for the commitment as well, my darling. So I do feel like we're going to have that there. You guys will be celebrating. Okay. I feel like you're going to forget all about your exes. Okay, you're not going to have a single ex going back into your life once he's there. Okay, because I feel like this is true love. I feel like this is passionate love at the same time. So I feel like this is worth it, and I feel like this is going to work it. Okay, what I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like this is going to really open him up towards you. And I feel like he's really going to trust you. I feel like you guys are going to have really good connections between each other, ones that are never going to be burnt. What I would also say here is occasionally it might feel like you guys are in a long distance relationship, but it's not going to feel like that for long, okay, my darling? I feel like that's going to be a temporary fix, okay, boo? So I do feel like it is definitely going to be worth it. What I would also say here is I feel like you guys will fill that void. Okay, that void of negativity, that void of struggle. So I don't think that you're going to be in the void for much longer. Okay. Or just kind of Alicia. I feel like you guys are going to run very smoothly, my darling, so it is going to get much easier, much quicker. What I would also say here for you as well is I feel like he is going to become more open. We're looking at around about the 15th of November is when he's going to become the most truthful with you. Okay, because I feel like you guys have set the sparks off completely, and I feel like you can relax now because I feel like there is going to be a wedding between the both of you. Okay, and I feel like you are going to have the closure that you desire. Hello, Nandika. Okay, you guys are going to have the closure that you desire. Thank you for the follow on TikTok. Okay, so I feel like it is going to be worth it. I do see kids in your life, though. Like, we do see kids coming for you, which is also positive. I also see a lot of passion. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the heart, me. So, you do have a lot of passion, and I feel like he is looking into the new adventure with you. I feel like he's just got a lot of baggage from his past. Okay, I feel like he's got a lot of baggage from his past. Okay. And I feel like he's been manifesting you, like non-stop manifesting you, my darling. And I feel like you have been stuck on his mind. It's just trying to like move forwards with you. I feel like that's what he's struggling with. Okay. He's literally doing the commitment side. I feel like he will. It's just getting to that stage. Okay, boo. Once he gets that stage, yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. Hope that makes sense, boo. Thank you for booking with me. So that was Queen's reading. I've told her what time to start looking at it to find it. So hopefully she finds it. Otherwise, I'm going to have one hell of a time trying to find it for her. Alright. I love Oracle and Tarot. I do have too much of it, though. Posh Canva, yes, no, my darling. I've got no more readings on my list. Thank you, Alicia. You'll be next, my darling. Let me do Neely's yes or no first. And then you'll be next, boo. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, boo. Did Zach enjoy your today's meetup? Let's see. I feel like he did, my darling, yes. Claire, will you move to London for your 16th? Let's see. I feel like you will, my darling, yes. Yeah, I feel like you will. Any after that? Not that I know of. So, Alicia, what would you like your reading on, boo? Got 3 cards. I'm still here. I'm just searching my Amazon list for those cards. Thanks, boo. I want to find out about the relationship, this and the guy. So almost like what's happening in that relationship, like if you're going to be in it, sort of thing. Like what's it going to hold? Like the benefits of it. Would that be correct? Okay, let's have a look. So yes, you are, my darling. You are still going to be in that relationship, okay, boo? I feel like it is still going to be this year, my darling, as well. What I would also say here is I feel like it's going to be very beneficial. I feel like it is going to work out. Or you got an extra card. What I would say here is we're looking more at someone that's quite balanced, good work ethics, but also very good in a relationship as well, my darling. Okay. Um, I feel like they're very good at making choices as well. I feel like they know their shit, they know what they want. Okay. So I feel like they are coming forth. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like they are going to be by your side. At the same time, I feel like they're going to be very understanding of you. I feel like they're going to be very honest with you as well. I do feel like they are going to really care for you. I don't think they're going to cheat. I don't think they're going to go behind your back, okay, babe? Does that make sense? Brilliant. Let me have a check. If I'm talking and the mic's not on, I've muted myself, okay? Do I have Linda? So I got distracted by saying I was reading. Do I have Linda? Or would you like your reading on both? Remember, 2 yes or no's and a reading, or 3 yes or no's and no reading. It's crazy that our work is, thank you, picking up, but we aren't getting paid, or we are worried. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's good, Alicia. Will Mark contact you and when? What's his energy towards you? Let's have a look. So, will he contact you? So, I feel like he will contact you, my darling. Yes. Yes, he will contact you. That will be within today or tomorrow. We're looking at more tomorrow, my darling, okay? Looking at more tomorrow. Thanks for the lovely gifts, my darling. Okay. So, let's have a look at the energy. Remember, guys, we've only got 5 minutes on the list right now, so if you want to get on it, please let me know by sending a payment through. Right, let's have a look at the energy. We see more initials in the crystal ball, my darling. We don't see full names. Okay. We can try and get a full name if you want to, but that is like one of the hardest things to do. But yeah, we can if it's like necessary. Most people are satisfied with just the initials. So I would say for you, the energy is quite fine, Linda. Okay, I don't see any negativity between the both of you. I do see it picking up. I feel like he has been looking at the memories. Okay. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling. Yes, we can aim first. What I'd also say here as well is I feel like he is getting stronger. So I feel like he is starting to use, um, almost like his solar plex. Okay, he's getting a lot better. Okay, with the solar plex, my darling. So that is getting better as well. What I would also say here is I feel like he's becoming more grounded. We're looking at. So yeah, he's getting more grounded, my darling. Okay. So we have that positive as well. What I would also say here is I feel like he's trying to work on himself better to be with you. At the same time, I feel like he's trying to use his third eye more. He's trying to see how you're doing in general as well. And I feel like that's what he's struggling with. Okay, because he doesn't know if you're okay, and I feel like it's hurting him quite a lot. At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well is I feel like he's trying to walk towards you. I feel like he's trying to come towards you as well. Okay, hello, Sean. Because I feel like he wants a love, but I feel like he wants a good relationship with you. Okay, it's just trying to get the relationship with you, which is going to be the hard thing for him. Because he's got to admit that he was in the wrong. Okay. Of course you can be yes or no. Just let me finish this reading. He's just got to learn to admit when he's wrong, my darling, and I feel like that's where he's struggling. Okay, thank you for the follow. I did say yes. Main first, you'll be next, my darling. I feel like he's very conflicted inside. Okay. Have you two had any contact recently? Because we're seeing a blockage here, which sort of means like barely any contact to no contact. My cock just turned those upside down. Literally, in way my cock and turned them upside down. Oh, lol. Thank you for the heart, me. You're blocked? Okay, so that would explain the blockage. So what we need to do is get you unblocked. Have you done any, like, rituals or anything for unblockings? Have you tried rituals? Because I don't see another person's mark. Because when a psychic does a reading for you, you get a mark. When you get a ritual done, your mark is massive. Okay, how do you just ask someone to do a ritual for you? Find people that do rituals. So, like me, for example, there's loads on Etsy that does them. And they're quite easy to do. Because I feel like you just need to get the unblock side of things. I would say. I can, if you want me to. If you message me on WhatsApp, and I can tell you what we would need to do the ritual, my darling, the information that I would need. Hello, Debs. How are you, boo? I'm good, thank you, by the way. What I would also say here is I feel like he's got a lot on his plate, so I feel like he's trying to come forwards. I feel like he's trying to make it work with you. I feel like he's gonna make it work with you. So I do feel like you are going to get your happiness, but I feel like it's going to take a lot of work. Okay, when he puts the offer out, you have to be like, yes, but you have to put an offer out as well. I wouldn't say there's a third party no, but I would say you need to put an offer out when he comes back in. Like, you can't just put it all on him to do anything, okay, boo? I feel like you both need to work hard in this relationship, and I feel like you both need to go for it. I feel the moment that the both of you hold back is the moment you both fall. Okay, so I would say here is both of you need to try. You can't put it on him. Okay, it needs to be a two-way situation here. It can't all be work from him, my darling. Okay, and I feel like that's what you got to realise. Okay, boo. Does that all make sense? I found another deck that is going in my Amazon wishlist. Or in my Amazon affiliates link. Yeah, like you need to compromise. Well, I'm glad that made sense. Remember, guys, don't forget to check out my Amazon affiliates link as well, my darlings. Every time you buy something on there, I do get a little percentage of the money. Okay, and when I say little percentage, I mean little. Okay, it's even less than what TikTok gives me. But you do get help out a small creator. So in a way, you get help out make this my job. So remember that. You don't work for 5? Damn. Damn. So next I've got Rainforest. Who's just reached number 15, level 15. You have a migraine? Damn. I've never had a migraine in my life. Touch wood. I never have one. Hello, Rainforest. What would you like your read number? And while I wait for that, has Zach started developing more feelings for you? Let's see. I feel like he has, my darling, yes. You hit level 15. Bravo. Thank you for the follow. Hello, stronger every day. But yeah, what would you like the reading on, Rainforest? Just general on love and finances. Let's have a look, boo. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get, boo. The usual, fair enough. Has someone been giving you pain recently, like mentally? I only say it because as I started pulling cards for you, I got a pain in the side of my head. Who's been giving you pain? Because it feels like it's work related. Someone's been giving you pain, almost like irritating you. Because it doesn't feel like a pain like where it's hurting, it's just more like an irritation. Like an annoyance. Your kids. No, what, it says your kids? I'm only saying that because, like, as I'm doing your reading, as I'm pulling cards, we, like, just get a straight up pain in the head. Not in the ass, but pain in the head. It's almost like someone's just giving you a headache. It's almost like they're not listening to what you say, not listening to what you want. And it's almost like annoying you. Like, it's almost like you're asking them to do something and they're just there like, nah. Yeah, I knew M&A would be part of it, but it's like there was just like a third party sort of invitation. Hence the minor pain, not large. Because I feel like M&A are like the large pain, they're the ones that give you the biggest. And then we just have like a minor, which is like a short pain. So it's just trying to work that bit out. Going on to your finances, that I feel like your finances are going to be getting better. I do feel like they are going to be fine. What I would say here is you got to focus on yourself. Okay. You got to stop helping other people with their financial situations, my darling, and just help yourself at this point. Okay. Okay, like literally, you've just got to help yourself. Okay, don't help other people out. I know it sounds awful, but right now you're not in the right space to be helping others out. Okay, you need to be helping yourself out. Because I feel like you have a lot of pain going on. Okay. And I think it's time that people start helping you, and that is what we've got to start looking at, okay? Is there anyone that can give you financial help? Like anyone that you can sort of like blackmail? Because you've helped them, now it's their time to help you. No. Because I was going to say, maybe try and get some family help as well. I feel like that would be a smart move. Okay. Because I feel like you help your family out a lot, but like they need to start helping you. Have you tried getting like your daughter, your son, whoever it is to help? Have you even spoken to them about this? Are you like bottling it all up? Because we've got like half bottle, half let out. Literally, my body's split in half with like how it's feeling. And it's almost like compression. It feels like someone's like compressing something. Have you decided to compress the information that you're withholding from them instead of actually like telling them? Because I feel like it's your southern pride. I feel like it's your like Texas pride holding you back. Like stopping you from being able to ask for the help. Like, do you have a congregation that you could ask for help from, like a church? I don't know if you're religious, but do you have like a church that you can fall back on and go like, look, I need financial help, come help me, please. I've given you so much shit, now it's time to give you my shit back. Have you tried that? Look, honey, you sound like Mary out of Young Sheldon. You really do. Okay, you ever watch Young Sheldon? But she sound like Mary, who's massive believer in God. Okay, massive, goes to church, follows the Bible to a T, tries to do everything properly, but never asks for help. She gives help to everyone else, but never asks it back. Then she becomes in dire need. And she needs to ask for help, but her pride won't allow her to. But honey, what's the point in believing in a God? What's the point in having a community if you're not going to ask it for help? I mean, not being like against Christians, but isn't your God meant to give you the help if you pray? Isn't your community meant to be there for you? Love thy neighbour. Do you see what I mean? Like, what's the point in having a community and having a God if you're not going to ask it for help? But why? Like, you might have gone through trauma, but are you going to let that trauma control the rest of your life and what you do? Thank you, Fairy. I am stronger every day. I'm just doing page right now. I've got a bit of a list. You try not to, but you're stopping it from allowing you to ask for help. May that make sense? I'm sorry, I've got to go harsh on you. I'm being told to go harsh on you, so we're going harsh on you. Like, because what you're doing is you're just cutting everyone out. If you're not asking for help, there's no point in having a community. There's no point in having a God. Might as well be an atheist. Because your God, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't read the Bible for ages. Your God is there to help you through the short times by giving you lessons. You ask it for help, it gives you a lesson in how to help, and then it gives you your reward afterwards. So, if you're not going to ask it for help or for the lessons, you've been told no so many times that I learned to do it myself, but you need the help now. Like, even if you don't go to your congregation for help, even if you just pray for the help. Like, if I'm correct, have you tried praying to Archangel Michael? Isn't he meant to be like the final one that you pray to when you really, really need help? His help doesn't always have to come from someone physical. You don't go directly to ask. Try directly asking. Okay. Do you have like an altar at home? Have you tried using an altar before? If you haven't, make an altar at home to Archangel Michael. Make one to Jesus and make one to God. Okay. And then make one to all your angels. Okay. What if you don't mind me asking, are you Catholic? Are you Christian? Mormon? Which one are you? Because it'll depend what altar I tell you to make. So I've got altars for all different ones depending on you part of Christianity you're in. Which one's that? Which path is that? What's that called? Let me pause your timer a second. Which one's that? Yes, you can, Neil. Does that one believe in Mother Mary? You don't live by Catholic, so Christian then? Like pure Christian. Almost like the English ones. Yes. So what you would need then, if you live by that standard, is you need one to Jesus, so the Son, Holy Spirit, one to God, one to Archangel Michael, and then one to all angels. Okay. If you're a Catholic, you would just add in Mother Mary. Okay. But because you're not, you just need those four. Okay. And then what I would say is write a prayer and then pop the prayer under each one. Okay. The more you need it, the more you go up. Eventually you'll get to God. Okay, so you start praying to your angels first. You try them first. They're taking their time. You go to Archangel Michael next. If he's taking his time, you go to Jesus. If Jesus is taking his time, you go to God. Okay? So you have 4 altars in total. Okay? And I feel like that will help you out. Okay, I feel like that will help you out, my darling. For relationship and for money wise, I feel like that will help you out. I just feel like you're slack. It's going to sound awful, but I feel like you're slacking on the prayers. You feel like you're praying enough, but at the end of the day, there's no such thing as enough prayer. You can never do enough. Okay. You can always do more and more and more and more. Always. Okay, boo. And that's what you got to realise is don't just stop. Okay. No, so your finances are looking good, my darling. But if you're really worried about them, either ask for help or do something about it through prayer. Don't just sit there hoping. Okay, because the only way they're going to stay good is if you keep doing something towards it. If you just sit back and think, oh, he's told me everything's going to be good, but you don't do anything to make it good, then it's not going to come to light. Okay, so although I might say, look, you're going to get back with him, you can't just sit there and expect that to happen. You still have to put the work in to make it happen. Basically, oh, the cash is going to come back in. It will if you do what you need to do to make the cash come in. Okay. If you talk to the right people, moan at the right people, report to the right people, you'll get your cash in. Okay. So, although I might be telling your future, you've still got to put the work in to make your future happen. Okay, boo? Does that all make sense? Thank you, Neely. Wait, no, 1 second. What's the church in England called?
What's the church?
Like the Christians that follow our church, what are they called?
Anglican?
Thank you. So yeah, Rainforest, is it Anglican that you would class yourself as, Boo? If I'm correct, if I've understood. Or like, is it Protestant? Because I know you've put denomination, so would that come under like Protestant slash? Sounds like, yeah. So yeah, like I said, if you do angels, archangel, so you go to your angels first for their altar, then archangel Michael is like your top angel that you pray to if you're in dire situation. If they can't help straight away, then you make one to Jesus and then God. God is like your last prayer to when it comes to altars. Okay. Fun. You've never heard of Archangel Michael? I'm gonna have to show you who that is now. Sounds like brilliant. I'm glad that made sense, my darling. Right. I'm gonna mute again. So I'm muted. I know I'm muted, okay? Please don't tell me you can't hear me. For your love is fine, my darling. Okay, that's still looking like it's on the right stance. Okay. Like, literally, that's not going to change until the divorce goes through. Okay. So your love is just going to stay the way it is now. Once the divorce goes through, that's when the energy is going to change. Okay, boo. Just to help with your expectations. Okay. Again, if you want to speed that up, Archangel Michael would be the best one to pray to, or Jesus. Okay. If you want to speed up that situation. If you really want to speed it up, then God would be your best hope. Thank you for the shares. Okay. She will go away. She will go away. You've just got to let that one happen naturally. I know I haven't gifted him for so long, Ollie. I haven't gifted him again. I think that was in Halloween I gifted him. I think I sent about 15, 20 quid. I don't know anymore. You're welcome, my darling. Right, do I have Dennis? Do we have Dennis? Dee Dee, that's the one that I'm looking for. Neely, you're after Fairy, so you're 3. You're the third one, okay, boo? I'm going to call you Dee Dee, my darling, because I can't pronounce your proper name, I can see. Sorry, boo. Sorry. So, what would you like your reading on, my darling? You're 5. No, Alicia, I've just got to speed through this now because I've got a reading in half an hour. So I've got to try and get through a half an hour list. I have. I need to speed up, basically. Try to see regular work soon, let's see. Yes, you will. Rainforest, no, you won't care about the anniversary this month, my darling, no. But yeah, D, you will find regular work soon, my darling, yes. Okay. You've got 2 more questions. You can either have it as 2 more yes or no's, or 1 yes or no and a reading. Yeah, it probably will be Alicia, yeah. Will your daughter reach out to you soon? Let's see. Yes, and I'm here in 7 days. I heard 7 days as clear as day. I did. Okay, boo. And what's your next one? Is it another yes or no, or is it a reading question now? Reading? Sure, what would you like it on, boo? Work? Sure. What do you do for work, my darling? And what would you like to know in work? Hello, Bubbles. Is it like what's going to happen, where you're being led to, your money in work? Are you going to get any promotion, sort of thing? What is it? Boston was lovely. I also went to Salem and bought 28 more new decks. I did. Yeah, 28 new more. Couldn't resist. Yeah, I guess I'm just wanting regular income and you just moved. Sure, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see what you get. You need more for Christmas, lol. I need more. I want more. I'm trying to get a deck collection of 1,000. I am. So, what I would say here for you, my darling, is I feel, okay, there is going to be a new work opportunity where you're going to be in control. Okay. What I would also say here is I feel like this opportunity is going to be very beneficial towards you. I almost feel like a boss level for you, not like boss, but I feel like leader. Okay. Q Alicia. We're looking at like a leader stance, leader level, okay? And I would say this is going to be very positive. I would say this is going to be very good. What I would also say here is I feel like this is going to be increasing your income because it is going to be requiring a lot more work, okay? I don't think you're going to be working where you are for much longer. I feel like that's probably got about 3 years tops, and then I feel like there's going to be a move, okay? So what year are we in? 2025. So around about 2028, 2029 is when your next move will be, okay? Oh, that's nice, Alicia. Do you want me to give it to him once you got them for you? Like pass them on. One thing I would say here for you, Dee Dee, is you need working in communication. Okay. Because I feel like your communication is faltering. I do. I feel like your communication could be a lot better, which could be why you're struggling. Yeah, more as in works, like more work, but more money with it. Okay. So, although it's going to be more work, you're still going to get more money. So, it's still going to be a positive. Okay, it's just going to be a little bit more expensive for them. Okay. So, it's going to give you a better lifestyle, my darling, I feel. And I feel like it is going to be worth your time. What I would also say here for you as well, my sweet, is I feel like it's going to create a more open life for you. Okay, thank you for the follow. More of an open life, more of a life of joy, no regret. Okay, I feel like you will make new friends. So you'll make about 3 new friends for that move. Okay, and I feel like you're going to keep your happiness. Okay, I don't think that you're going to hate your work. I feel like you're going to keep the joy in your work, my darling. Okay, so we will have happiness at work as well. Okay, so we got that positive. What I would also say here as well with the Four of Pentacles, okay, is you need to keep your energy to yourself. Stop allowing any little nobody into your energy. Okay, the only people you want to let into the energy is the people you know. Okay, the people you know and you like. You don't need unnecessary people in that energy of yours. Okay, so stop inviting random people in that aren't necessary for you. Okay, or aren't needed for you. You don't need them. Okay, if anything, you need yourself. Okay, and if someone happens to come into your life and you think, yes, they're going to be useful, let them in. Okay. But if you know that they're not going to be useful, bugger them off. You don't need them. Okay. Hello, Bonnie. Okay, you do not need them. You never will. You never have, and you will never. Okay, boo. But you are so good at working as a team. You know how to work as a team. Okay, you know how to work as a team, how to work with yourself, and how to enjoy yourself, my darling. So why you feel like you need other people to make that happen when you could just use what you've already got? I don't know. Okay. Because you've already got people that you work well with and that you're going to work well with. So why you're trying to complicate that is unnecessary. Okay, you don't need to complicate it at all. Okay, you just need to be happy and enjoy what you've got. Okay, less is more. That is what you got to remember. Less is more. Okay. And I feel the sooner you realize that, the sooner the better. Okay. You need the confidence. Take your leap. Take your leap now. There's your confidence. Take your leap now. Okay, I believe in you. I believe that you can do it. So do it. Okay, go and do it, my darling. Go and succeed. Okay, you got this. You can do this. Stop holding yourself back. I don't know why you are. Okay. You can achieve so much, but you're just holding yourself back, which is unnecessary. It's not needed. Okay, so let's stop holding ourselves back. Let's move forwards. Let's go forwards and let's succeed forwards. Okay, babe? Does that make sense? As my voice goes. You're very welcome, my darling. Fear. There's no such thing as fear. Fear doesn't exist. It's a story we tell ourselves to get ourselves out of doing something. It exists only in our mind. It's a mind game. It is. One that is not necessary. Also, I managed to find a golden deck that has words on it. A golden staff deck. So round about Christmas time, I'm going to buy myself that deck. Because I found a rose gold version as well. I think I found a silver version. Honestly, I'm going to get as many starter decks as I can. Because I love them. I like starter decks. I might be a professional, but I love starter decks. They're just so helpful when you're trying to teach people and when you're showing people what they can use to start learning. If you know what I mean. So, I think they're nice. Next, do I have... I think it's fairy next. Let me have a look. Do I have fairy for Celtic Cross? So I've got 2 Celtic Crosses and an antenna, and that's it. There's a deck of... You love the original Rider-Waite? There's a Rider-Waite. Yeah, there's Rider-Waite. This is Rider-Waite one. But it's a starter one. There is a deck of cards that a girl uses on TikTok. I love them, but I can't remember the name. Send me a picture of the deck and I can let you know what the name is. Fairy, what would you like your name? What would you like your reading on, boo? Hello, Shannon. I think I might make a video ranking my favourite starter decks that I've got. What's blocking you? That's good. You just feel stuck. That's a good question. What's blocking Fairy? What's blocking Fairy? Let's see. Not Rick. I thought you put Rick to mean something else. So let's see. What's stopping you? Your greed for money. Okay. You've lost your tarot joy and you're doing it for views and money at the moment. Okay. And I feel like you get jealous every time someone either gets paid a little bit more, makes more, gets more views, gets more likes. And I feel like that's what's stopping you is jealousy. Okay. Almost the will of trying to do better just to prove yourself to other people. Okay. And I feel like you need to stop. Because at the end of the day, you're closing the doors, not other people. You could be like those other people. I mean, for God's sake, you could have the amount of followers I have if you just did it your own way instead of trying to do it like others. Okay. I mean, for God's sake, you stopped your collective readings and you've gone into doing teaching readings because you're scared that people didn't like the collectives. Okay. The only reason why you stopped the collectives right now is because you felt no one's really watching them, no one really likes them. So you thought, I know, let's stop doing them because people say, oh, we shouldn't be doing collectives. And they're for entertainment. So what? I feel like you've also started giving away free videos just to try and get more views and stuff. Okay, you should be giving them away because you want to give them away, because you want to help, not because you want to try and drag people in. Okay, it's almost like you're giving yourself a false sense of hope instead of joy. So what we need to do is you need like meditate, have a mini break, restart yourself, and go forwards again. Okay, it's almost like you're trying to define yourself off of other people's definitions, but you're not recreating yourself the way that you want to be recreated. You're doing it the way that people want you to be recreated. Okay, so what I would say here is change back to yourself. Be yourself. Okay, be the fairy that we all used to know you as, instead of trying to be what other people want you to be. Okay, find time for yourself, not for others. Okay, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're closing the doors, not other people. The reason why you weren't getting paid as much is because you stopped being yourself. You stopped being authentic. You just started being like your old self. You did. And then you went into being a new version of yourself where it's like, I'm going to do it this way and be what they want me to be. You allowed other people to mold you. Okay, thank you, Alicia. So what we need to do is unmold you and remold yourself back to how you were. Okay, not to who you are now. Okay, boo? Does that make sense? Joa, my list is closed, boo. I'll refund you, boo. I'll be live again tomorrow. Or if you send another £6.11, my darling, I can do you a private reading over text. Okay. Well, I'm glad that made sense, my darling. Sorry if I called you out, fairy. Sorry if I called you out, boo, but it had to be said that way. Had to be said. Who's that? I've already done that. Don't worry, you called me out today. Sometimes we need it. I know. I feel bad for calling people out, but at the same time, I absolutely love it. Oh, Alicia, I wasn't worried about calling you out. You needed to be called out. You needed it, boo. How do we spell fairy? Oh, I missed out the I. There we go. And Y. There we go. Should flash you in a minute. Do I have Neely for Celtic Cross, my darling? Neely for Celtic Cross? Or would you like your Celtic Cross on, my darling? I really should be charging more for my readings. Is Zach your lover or your wannabe lover, my darling? You wannabe lover. Okay, let's have a look at the energy. Well, good news. You got the Page of Cups, my darling. Okay, so good news. There's love coming. I was saying, ooh, Jesus Christ, how many cards do you need that are major arcana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 major arcana out of 10 cards. Like Jesus. Jesus Christ. Right, my darling. We have positivity. Okay. We have positivity coming because he's going to start opening up. But what you need to do is get your friendship back. Get the friendship working. Okay, once you get the friendship working, you get the relationship working. Okay. So what I would say here is get on the same page, get on the same level. Okay, which is not what you're doing. Okay, you're in control, he's in no control, which is the negative. So we need both of you in control. So you need to try and entice him to be equal to you and to put in the same amount of energy as you. That is your downfall. That is your tower. Okay. That is your tower. Okay. Now, what we need to do is remove you guys from the tower and remove you into the sun. Okay, with the positivity, because I don't see a third party. What I see here is just you guys not working together. Okay, he's being stubborn, you're too relaxed. Okay. So we need to change up. We need to get some days where you guys can meet up, where you guys can see each other in person. He don't like long calls. Cool, text him. Do some text instead. Okay. If you don't like long calls, do text instead. Do voice notes so you can listen to them whenever you want to. Okay, while you're still working around the house, you can listen to the voice note. Okay. You need to find ways to work with each other, which is what you're not doing. Okay. You're finding easy solutions, but you're not finding long term. So what we need is long term. Okay. You need a long term solution that is going to work out for the both of you. Okay. And once you find that long term solution, you're sorted. You're done. Okay. And then you start going into the relationship. What you both need to start doing is finding more out about each other, understanding more about each other. Okay, my darling, once you start understanding more about each other, you start thriving, you start moving. Okay. What's his nature? His nature is being stubborn, so we need to move away from being stubborn. Okay, we need to move into positivity and we need to move into looking into the future with the both of us. I feel that he can be an amazing boyfriend. He can be when y'all start working together, so when y'all get the trust. Once y'all get the trust, you will work. Okay, so he works on trust. Okay, this is what you guys need to do is work on the trust side of things. Okay, Boo? Once you've worked on the trust, you'll be fine. Okay, Boo? Does that make sense? Because I feel like your communication is getting better, your trust is getting better, you just need to work on it more. I think that's your only problem is the working on the trust and communication. Once you've worked on that, you'll be fine. Okay, Boo? I do see a meeting next week, yes. Okay, there will be a meeting next week, my darling. Okay, Boo? But yeah, does that all make sense? I feel like he will open up about his feelings, my darling, but I feel like that's going to take the time. Okay, that's going to take the most time out of all of it. Okay. There's no other girls now. Okay, does that all make sense, my darling? Because I got one more reading to do. I'm sure there's no other lovers in his life, my darling. Brilliant, I'm glad that made sense. All your cards were good apart from the Tower and the Devil. They were only your 2 negative cards. Yes, the major arcanas are normally good. You do have some negative ones in the major arcana. So, like, you got the devil, you got the tower. That was more for the both of you. So, how the both of you were working it out, how the both of you were going along with it. The devil is more about taking control in the relationship, sharing an equal control, not a singular. The tower was more for you guys to rethink the relationship in how it's going to work for the both of you. Okay, so they're not like negative all the time. Okay, Boo. Hope that helps. Yeah, just early stage. So you're fine, my darling. Don't overthink about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Do I have Sharon? You're welcome, Boo. Hello, I always love popping in to see what jumper you're wearing for the day. Oh, thank you, my darling. Sharon, what would you like your reading on, my darling? Your last reading of the night. Because now I've got a private reading to go to. Joa, I said for you, my darling, if you either send £6.11 to get a text reading, to add to your 5, or I will refund you that £5 because my list was closed when the money was sent, my darling. Only because I've got a private reading to get to, so I can't go over today. Okay, normally I would allow that and just go over by 5 minutes, but I've literally got a customer straight after this reading to get to. Okay. Sorry, Boo. I'll send it back straight after the stream, my darling, don't you worry. I will be live again tomorrow, though, okay, Boo? Actually, while I wait for Pola to tell me her information, I'll send it you back now, my darling. Okay. Thank you for your understanding. Your phone is not getting text. I WhatsApp it, my darling, or Instagram it. I do. So I do WhatsApp or Instagram. I do. I don't do it over text because I need like the voice section. Unless you want to be getting spammed with text, which I'm sure you don't. Issue refund. Thank you, Pola. Joe, I've sent you a refund, my darling. Okay. See? £5 sent back. Okay, boo. Your man, I'm closed for today, my darling, but you can book a private with me if you would like to. I do have slots available. Just message me on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Twitter. Or you can email me at cardreadings with Jamie. Or I'll be live again tomorrow. So, Sharon. Okay, let's have a look, boo. Let's see what we get. So, I feel like you'll be fine, my darling. I don't think that you will be kept an eye on in that appointment at all, no. Okay. I feel like they trust him because he has promised nothing will happen, even though he's going to go against that. Okay. Have a good one, Alicia, my darling. So what I would say here is I feel like he's only promised them just that they get off his back. Okay. I feel like he is going to go against it, and I still feel like he is going to come towards you, my darling, and work it out with you. Okay, I think that he still wants to work it out with you because I feel like he does love you, and I feel like he wants it to work. He needs it to work. Okay. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he's going to be really open. Hello, Crazy Sherbet. At the same time, I feel like he's going to really enjoy the appointment with you, and I feel like he is going to talk to you. What I would say here is I feel like it's going to get a little bit more personal. Okay, I feel like he's going to be a little bit more personal. I feel like he's going to be a little bit more happy. Okay, but I feel like he's going to do it in a way where it's not so easy to understand from other people. Okay, where they're not really going to understand that he's trying to get information out of you for you. Okay, almost so he doesn't break protocol. Okay, my darling. So we do have that positive here where he is going to try and be with you. I feel like you will start seeing the love in his eyes. So you'll almost look into his eyes and see the love. Okay, my darling. Hello, Celtic. Okay, Celtac, even. Ketaki, even. There we go. What I would also say here is I feel like he's going to do this in a way where you can see that he has the love for you, that he has the joy for you, but he's going to do it in such a way that they can't see it. Okay. Kekte. Ketke. Hello, boo. So I've got dyslexia. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he is going to work hard. I feel like he is going to act a little bit professional, but not completely. Okay, not completely professional, my darling. Okay. What I would also say here is I feel like he's going to kid around with you. He's going to play around with you as well, my darling. I feel like he's going to enjoy being closer, so you will see physical signs. Okay. Do you get what I mean? Physical signs. I'm trying to say this without it going 18. As we move out that product territory, him asking simple questions been a little bit cheeky. No, not spicy time, like the physical sign while she's in the appointment. That only men get that are visible. It's the only way I can say it without getting banned. Okay. That will happen. That is like the only way I could say it without getting banned. But no, I feel like that's going to happen, my darling, okay? Hello, Shannon. So we have that positive. So I feel like you will see that happen. I feel like he'll try and hide it, but you'll see it and you'll be there like, I know what that means. Okay. You'll be there like, I know what that means. And that'll be the way that he chose it. My list is closed for today, my darling. How should you be? Just be yourself. Okay, he likes it when you're yourself, my darling. Okay, he enjoys it when you're just being yourself, acting yourself, not really acting any different. I feel like that's what gives him the joy. Okay, when he sees a customer actually be themselves, but when he sees you be yourself, he's there like, let's do this. I will be live tomorrow then, my darling, and freebies on Mondays. Okay. Donations on Tuesday to Wednesday, and then paid is from Thursday to Sunday. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he's going to be very open. Okay, and I feel like he's going to be a little bit lazier with the way he talks. So you might find that when he describes something, it's not like describing it to a normal client. Okay, you might find that he's a little bit more casual. Okay, with how he speaks. So you'll see that he's been a little bit more friendly. What I would also say here is I feel like there's going to be more jokes being made as well, my darling. Okay, so you'll see that connection going off as well, my darling. Okay, boo? Does that make sense? I've got cramp in my leg. Oh shit. We have cramp. Brilliant. I'm glad that made sense, my darling. Thank you for booking with me. Right. I'm going to pop off now, guys, because I have a private to do. So I'll be back on tomorrow. It is paid again tomorrow, my darlings. Okay, thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for the 70,000 and 3K likes, my darlings. I think that's the most that we've had in ages. So thank you so much. I will see y'all in the next one. Have a fabulous rest of your evening, afternoon, day, whatever time it is.